In today's lesson, we discussed construction lines and how we use them in AutoCAD. So I want to review that here. For starters, construction lines are used to lay out things. When we draw them freehand or with drafting tools, we always make sure that they are lighter than our object lines, lighter than our center lines, lighter than our hidden lines, lighter than really any other line that isn't a construction line. In AutoCAD, they deal with construction lines by doing two things. One, they make them a different color, and two, they make them more transparent and behind the regular lines. So if I go up here into my ribbon and hover over construction lines, I can see what they do and how they work. As when I press construction line, it actually gives me a dialog box that gives me a ton of options for different types of construction lines. I can draw a horizontal construction line, a vertical construction line. And you can hover over each of these and it'll say what type of construction line it is. You can even do a construction line cross, so you can use that construction line cross. You can set it up at the origin and already have construction lines set up going in both directions. They're useful for lots of different things. Construction lines by defining 2 points or an angle. So I can select a point and then select the other point or type in an angle, say 30 degrees, and it'll draw a construction line at that angle. There are lots of different ones. I'm not going to mess around with all of them right now. One thing I do want to point out is if you zoom out, you cannot zoom out far enough for these construction lines to be gone. They are lines. They are not line segments. They go on forever. And this is good because when you're drawing a construction line, you don't care how long they are. You just want to make sure they're long enough. You don't care if they're too long. So this is perfect. This goes on forever. It'll always be set up for you wherever you are. Now, I mentioned this in the lesson. Oftentimes, almost always, you want to make your construction lines disappear when you submit something, but you don't want them to be gone because, well, your teacher, myself, needs to be able to turn them back on and see where they are, but they can really make a drawing cluttered. So if you could go up here where it says layers, you can access different layers, specifically the construction line layer that we're drawing construction lines in, and we can turn it off or back on. So we can use our construction lines to draw, let's say circles. And then once I've used up my construction lines, I can go here in this dropdown and make those disappear. Now, keep in mind, if I do this and I draw more construction lines, it's going to turn the layer back on, so you need to turn it off again if you want it gone. So generally when you submit something, you turn the construction lines off, and then as you're working, they're flipped back on. They're expected to be there, so make sure that they are always there.